I really don't know what to say about it, but Mr. Daniel Arop, with all this that you have said, I really want you to share with us if there is at all a testimony about prayer in your life. We'd like to hear about that. It will encourage us.
Okay. It happened one day when we went in a place from my home county.
Okay.
Yes, from my home county. When we went for the planning meeting, there's one of the choir that wanted to launch their music out. So when we went for the meeting, we finished the meeting, so I had to return back, hard work, because I requested my boss and he granted me the limited time. So at around 5 p.m. I wanted now to take off. The place where I went is about 10 to 12 kilometers outside Magui. So when I wanted now to return from there back to Magui, which is my duty station. So the first thing I did was to pray. When I prayed, I said, God, here I am going to go back, leaving my brothers and sisters to continue with the meeting. Help me along the way as I will be moving forward. Then from there, I started my journey. But reaching somewhere in the middle, there are low-lying spot holes along the road. Sometimes you find there are percolations of waters inside those holes around. Then in this aspect, there's a very small opening where only motorcycle used to pass from there. So in the process of riding, I was actually riding in a high speed because I was rushing at workplace. By that 5 p.m. at 6, there's a news that will be going on air. So I need to make sure that I'm there present at the duty station. So as I was now trying to leave the low-lying spot hole, coming to this small opening where I can put the front wheel and then the behind wheel and pass, there happened to be one of the snake, cobra. The snake happened to come along the road. When the snake came along the road, we met, but unfortunately the snake made U-turn to return back inside the bush. So my front tire hit the tail of the snake. So the cobra came back from the bush and bit me on my leg from my left hand side while I was still on the motorcycle. So after when it actually bit me, then I passed who was behind me. So he saw what happened. When we went and then I stopped the motorcycle, when he came, he held me. He thought I was unconscious because he saw the snake, how the snake came from the bush, biting me because the tail was still under the tire. Yeah. So after that, then when he came, I removed my trouser up. When I removed my trouser up, it was phone that was inside my stocking. Because I put on a trouser, the trouser was tight, and with the screen touch is a bit wide. So instead of putting it here, I'm not comfortable with it. So I opened my stocking when I was taking off. So I put this phone inside my stocking. Then the snake actually bit the phone. When it bit the phone, so there was sign of this 8 teeth, the upper one, and then the one which is down, so which remain on the screen. It actually did not penetrate, but there was the contact that was on the screen guard and then the main screen of the phone. You can see they are no longer together. So I picked the phone from there. Then I did not hold the phone because I presume the snake bit the phone with my leg with the poison. So when I came in one of the clinics, so I got one of our church members. Then I told him, I said, this is what happened. So they started cleaning the phone with the spirit and some ironings around. They cleaning from there. If I may ask this question, what if I'm to begin coming from there to Magui without prayer? What will happen along the way? That was my question until today. I could also ask myself that what if I happen not to pray before taking off from there, then coming back to Magui? So I came to realize that with all this that happened, it was because of prayer that helped me. So me putting the phone inside my stocking, it was not me communicating to myself alone, but there was spirit communicating after that. Because after when I prayed, then I was about to take off, then the phone was in my pocket, the one on my long sleeve like this one. So with a low-lying spot hole that you will be entering here and there, it may fall down. So I decided to pick and put it there, not knowing that it was really God directing me to put it there. So I can go many or I can go miles with this story, but just to end it so I will say prayer has helped me so much. Until that day, whatever journey that I will be moving forward, I make sure that I need to put God first.
Amen.
Because in the process, I don't know what will happen along in the middle. I put God first and pray.
Amen.
If you fail to pray, what if you happen to involve in accident and you die while having tension with someone before asking for forgiveness from God for your sin? At the end, I'm not judging, but I will say it may be good or it may not be good with you. So we always need to pray to God. And if we are praying to God, number one, confess your sin. If you are done confessing your sin before God, go and present your petition. Then God can answer your prayer. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a touching testimony. Indeed, there is power in prayer. It's really great to pray, say that God will walk with us. And wherever we go, whatever thing we do, it is good to have God with us. So Mr. Daniel Arop, as you have said it all today, so we also want to know about the barriers to prayer. Yeah. Can you tell us what are the barriers of prayers?
Well, there are a lot of things actually which become as a barriers to our prayer. I may mention maybe one or two. Number one is doubt. You see, when you are going to pray to God, God look into your heart and into your mind. And God knows that this person is coming with doubt. That is one. This person is coming and there's a lot of doubt in his heart that I doubt whether this person can do ABCD. Even you, let's say if you have the capacity to support me, but if I say, Merijana, I'm doubting whether you can do this. I'm doubting. Okay, if truly you have it, please you prove it, give it to me. For someone, God is not someone who likes showing off. If it is human being, then immediately you show off. You say here, it is half this. But God is someone who doesn't want to show off.
Sure.
So if you're going to prayer, don't have doubt. If you have doubt, that doubt becomes barriers to your prayer time. That is one. Two, when you are going to pray, look at your personal relationship with people around you. Personal relationship with the people around you. In other words, let's say you are my mom, and then I have a friend who is in tension with me, pulling wrong with me on something that I'm even innocent about it. If that particular person come to ask something from you, definitely you will not give it because the person is in tension with your son and your son is innocent. We are all children of God. Look at your relationship. You may be having toxic relationship with your parent at home that you don't even talk with them. It could be your father or mother. It could be someone who wrong your family or wrong you that you don't want to talk with that particular person. You are holding grudges in your heart. You did not release that particular person. And here you are praying to God and you want God to help you, but you have someone in your heart. The book of Matthew says, God forgive to those who forgive those who trespasses against them. So that means the first thing to do is first for God to forgive you and answer your prayer. You need also to forgive this particular person here. Then your prayer can also be what? Your prayer can also be received by God, and you can see the outcome of your prayer. You may see the outcome of your prayer now or tomorrow, in a week, in a month, or after some years. Yes. So the fact that you pray today and you fail to get it next month doesn't mean God did not answer your prayer. God answered your prayer, and He knows the right time that He will pick. I mentioned doubt. Number two, I mentioned holding grudges with what? Holding grudges with someone in your heart that you don't want to forgive the person, but here you're coming to God. You want God to help you, yet you don't help other people. do unto others what you also want to be, yes, to be done to you. So these are the two main points that I can say. At times they become barriers to our prayer. Number two, sometimes people pray to test God. Number three, they pray to test God. They say, okay, say this one say that he prayed to God and God provided his need. There's no problem. Let me also try. The person is coming to try, but not to pray. So you cannot try God. You cannot try the strength of God, whether he can provide or he cannot provide. You cannot do that. So that at times can also become as a very big barrier to our prayer. So those three different things.